Hey, good morning, Survival Litters, and welcome to week number 6 of distance learning. And I need a haircut. So, I don't know when that's going to happen, but it could look pretty nasty here by the end of school if things don't open up anytime soon. But we'll deal with that later. All right, we are moving on to chapter 11 of Buried in the Sky. So let's get right into it. First, let's take a look at the May distance learning calendar here. Here we are on May 5th, Tuesday, May 5th. We're reading chapter 11. All you have is read the chapter, answer the questions. That is all due by May 7th. Okay, May 7th, and then Friday, May 8th, you'll get chapter 12. That's due on the 12th, and it's about every 3 days you have a chapter to read and questions to answer. All right, and then at the end of the school year here, you'll have your A to Z final assignment, which I'll go over at another time. Okay, so chapter 11, again down here in Buried in the Sky. And here it is. Okay, so here's chapter 11. Instructional video, watch that first. You have the text and guided reading, just the chapter, and then open up the questions and do the questions in like Notability or Google Docs. Or you can listen. Here's the Ed Puzzle. Okay, the text and guided reading Ed Puzzle is right here. Click on that and you can listen to it, answer the questions embedded in the video. Just a word of warning, chapter 10, both classes, there's a whole bunch of you that did not do chapter 10. All right. So again, I'll accept late work anytime, anytime. So just get it done, get it turned in. Now, if you saw posted grades posted for mid-quarter, we only gave out grades A through D. If you had an F, if you were failing the class, you got an I for incomplete, which means you can get in any late work. I will accept anything. Okay? Get it turned in, let me know that you turned it in, and away we go. All right? But if you have an I, that means that you are failing. That is an incomplete grade. Now, it's going to stay an I. I don't know. By the end of the school year, I don't know if those I's turn to F's then. I'm not sure. So just take care of business, okay? All right, so let's get into the chapter 11 notes. This is a very short chapter. Chapter 11 is very short. It's called Sanam. It's like 10 pages long. It's not going to take you much time at all to get this chapter done. All right, so this chapter is really dealing with, it's picking up where we left off in the last chapter. And that last chapter, Pasang had decided, you know what, I can't, he doesn't have any equipment, he doesn't have any rope to get down. I'm just gonna die on the mountain. Cheering says, no, if you die, we die together. And so Cheering basically attaches Pasang to his harness and carries him down the mountain. An unbelievable feat. Just getting down through the traverse and the bottleneck by yourself is unbelievable. Cheering is trying to rescue Pasang. So that's what this chapter is about. It's also a big survival chapter for some of the other climbers that are caught on the mountain. We'll talk about that here. All right, so the first section, Cheering descends a bottleneck with Pasang attached to him. They dealt with ice falls from the seracs above, so ice is falling down on top of them. They survived a 9-story fall, so they fall 9 stories and live amazingly. They made it to the bottom of the bottleneck, and then in section 2 it picks up. Pasang stumbles into Camp 4. He's alive. So Cheering and Pasang get to Camp 4 alive. Amazing. What Cheering does in saving Pasang, rescuing him, carrying him basically down the traverse and the bottleneck, the hardest place, I mean the most technical, toughest, most dangerous places in the world to climb, is nothing short of a miracle. I mean, what Cheering does is considered one of the greatest mountain rescues of history. So in section 2 at the end there, Pasang, I believe Jumik is his cousin. He comes into the tent as well. Section 3 goes back up on the mountain above the traverse. Marco, Jer, and Wilco lose the trail coming down from the summit. They're searching, they cannot find it. So they basically have to wait it out till morning to try to find their way down. Marco calls his climbing mentor, and his climbing mentor basically says, if you fall asleep, you die. So the 3 climbers bivouac in the snow. Now this is where true survival comes in. This is where our 7 elements of survival. So we're dealing with obviously a lack of air. We're dealing with warmth. They have no warmth, no shelter. And then rest. How can they possibly rest in these conditions? It's below 0. And they're probably going to be dealing with hypothermia, dealing with frostbite, lack of air, and then all of that stuff, and they still have to climb down and try to survive, get down the mountain. Section 4 is a very short section, deals with Kareem. Now Kareem had wandered off course after the summit, and he was going off towards the snow dome. He was likely suffering from altitude sickness, hypothermia, and frostbite. Kareem likely fell off the snow dome to his death. K2 claims another life. And in section 5, this is the last section. Cheering is in camp 4 and wants nothing more than to sleep. And he does, he sleeps. But he wakes up and he hears Pemba Gelji and Eric Meyer talking outside. And Pemba is determined to go back up the mountain and help stranded climbers like Jer and Wilco and Marco. Eric gives Pemba medication to take with him, and Cheering starts right at the end of chapter 11, starts putting on his boots because he's going to join Pemba in the rescue attempt. He's already committed, he's already done one of the greatest rescues in mountaineering history, but that's not enough. He's putting his boots back on and he's going back. He wants to go back up the mountain. All right, so that's it. That's chapter 11. Get that read and get the questions done, and you are good for the next few days so all of this is due on Thursday. Okay, so if you have any questions or concerns or issues with technology or whatever the case might be, let me know. Okay, communicate with me, contact me, let me know what's going on, and I will help you out any way I can. Get any late work in, and I will get it into the gradebook, no penalty, full credit, all that good stuff, and just engage in class. All right, as usual, everybody, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and take care of your friends. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.